Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA, gateway to the 7 theme lands of the Magic Kingdom.
Welcome aboard the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. This is Justin Monorail, and joining me in this virtual studio today is Knoxville's radio sweetheart, Landon the Dawes Doan. Landon, welcome back to the Monorail.
Always happy to be joining everybody on a bright and early Monday morning, though it's been a hot minute since anybody's called me a sweetheart, but I'm going to be honest, I'm definitely going to take the compliment. So nice. Oh, so nice.
You're everyone's sweetheart. Come on. You're such a sweetie.
Thanks, buddy. You're my sweetheart.
Wow.
Personally, sweetheart. I just had to reassure my live studio audience over here. Jay and Stephers knows what that means. You, the lovely listener, not so much.
I don't know who you're talking about, Landon. You and I, right now, we're sitting by ourselves here in the front car of the monorail. But you know, I look around and
if we are, then what is this lovely specter that I'm speaking to other than your lovely specter, Justin Monorail? Because tomorrow is Halloween, so are we being visited by happy haunts today?
Well, I thought maybe it could be Zoe that's sitting there with you, but it could.
Well, like Zoe was yelling at me during the intro. I was very glad that I muted my microphone. Otherwise, you would have a really, really interesting edit job.
Well, what's going to be funny as we do the show today is I know you've got Lindsay sitting there. You've got a live studio audience, the smoking hot girlfriend. And so I'll be excited to see if Lindsay brings you toys and squeaks them like Zoe does in the middle of the show. That'll be fun. So everybody stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
If you hear that noise, you can guess whether it's Zoe or Lindsay bringing the toy to Landon as we go.
Place your bets now. Go to FanDuel.com. Use promo code MorningMonorail.
So the funny thing, though, I of course, you do have physically people there with you, but I'm just referring to our virtual studio here. And, we did add seats back in the day to the front car of the monorail, and it feels a little bit lonely. I mean, I don't know. I'm wondering, should we consider bringing what is that? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is that Stephers intro music? Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Stephers back on the monorail. Stephers, welcome back.
Hi, it's me making my monorail return. Also, just want to say when you were like, Morning Monorail podcast, I was like, oh, that's so nostalgic.
I know, right?
Tore at my heartstrings just a little bit.
Well, I actually, I don't know if you listened to episode 171, Stephers, because if you're like me, you don't listen back to any podcast that, you're not a participant in. So I don't. But I'll tell you, doing it that first time when we came back, I struggled to get through it. So just without my voice cracking a little bit. Everybody knows I'm a crier. I'm a sensitive guy. I think in that first episode, I may have edited out a few times, but I had to take a few breaks because it was emotional getting back in the monorail and even saying those nostalgic words. But I'm feeling emotional having you back, Stephers. Like, you haven't just been gone from the monorail. You've been gone. You've been taking a hiatus from your Adventures with Stephers podcast. And I think people have missed you around the globe. So, I mean, what do you have to say? I think so.
Yes.
So I'd like to know what message do you have to your fans on your triumphant return here?
Take the break. My words are take the break, but don't be afraid to come back.
Yeah.
This is my dip the toe in, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you'll come back rejuvenated. I really wanted to say rejuvenated, so I made that fit in there.
You got it in, and you used it appropriately.
I did, and I use it. I mean, we all know that Landon doesn't use words appropriately, so I had to.
Nope.
I had to do it for him. It's okay.
Landon doesn't use words appropriately. He also uses inappropriate words, which is why
I don't do anything appropriately, if we're being honest. Right, Zoe?
See, Zoe? Oh, Zoe doesn't like me talking smack about Landon.
Nope.
You leave my dad alone.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the Zoe voice. Kind of Hank Hill.
Gimli's just sleeping, so we're good.
Yeah. Well, I like the kind of haunting sound effects of the dog barking in the background because, ladies and gentlemen, as we record episode 173 of the Monday Morning Monorail podcast here today, it is October the 30th. It is Halloween Eve. Very, very spooky. And, man, I think you all know I've been in the festive mood since the beginning of September. It feels kind of sad that it's all coming to an end here, but I am excited for Halloween tomorrow. Sorry, Landon.
Big Halloween plans, anybody?
I bought 2 bags of candy that I haven't decided if I'm passing out or eating myself.
Like a true adult. Yeah, I get that. I've lived in my condo, I think, 5 years at this point, and I can count on one hand the amount of trick-or-treaters I've had in the 5 years, so I get that, Stephers, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, see, the thing is I actually do get trick-or-treaters. I don't know if I'm going to open the door and, like, go outside. Like, there's just, like, a whole thing, like, that requires putting on some clothes, and we've already discussed this isn't what we're doing. So
yeah.
It's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm ready, though.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have any candy yet, so that's going to be something I have to solve today.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope so.
Time is wasted on that one, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, no, he'll get it on sale if he gets it on November 1st, which, by the way, Dawes' tip of the week, everybody. This isn't a segment we're doing. If you want to get cheap Halloween decorations, go on Wednesday. Everything will be slashed down to 75 to 80% off, and you can get some really dope Halloween decorations for pennies on the dollar for next year.
It's a good tip. I don't know if it won't stick around all year if I buy a bag of candy for pennies on the dollar, but
I'm talking decorations, not candy.
Oh, I thought we were talking candy. I have candy on my mind. I pretty much always have candy.
Candy will not last a year. Well, no, I take that back because I did buy a bag of Halloween candy that's been sitting on my refrigerator for going on 2 years now. And at the end of the episode, I will eat a piece of it to prove you wrong, Justin.
Okay. We're all looking forward to that.
Go ahead and call poison control.
Oh, no. You know what I'm really sad about?
What's that?
You got to go to Halloween Horror. Not you, Landon. You're a pansy.
Nope. Single chicken baby over here. Bump that.
You guys go to Halloween Horror Nights, and I have not been back in a couple of years. And it makes me sad.
That is sad, Stephers. Halloween Horror Nights misses you, too. They actually told me that.
Honestly, I mean, I feel it.
Wow.
And in my heart of hearts, I know. I have friends that have befriended, like, scare actors and, team members in the parks, and I'm just like, I just want to be there and love you. For
me, it's unsettling as I'm going through, the various haunted houses, and I get this big Yeti monster jumping out of me that goes, "Where's Stephers?" I don't know.
Oh.
But
had no idea you and the Yeti were that tight, Stephers. That's dope.
I mean, that's a story for another time, Landon.
They have a history. People do crazy things in college. Okay. Mm-hmm. No judgment.
Just saying.
So, but no, I have a Halloween related question before we get to the headlines this week. And I think we've probably discussed this before, but it's a annual tradition. What is your favorite Halloween candy, Landon?
Reese's Cups. That's the only correct answer. Period. Choose wisely.
So Reese's Cups, they don't even have to be like pumpkins. You just want the cups.
Jay, I'm going to let you in on a secret. As a fat kid, it could be a pumpkin. It could be a Christmas tree. It could be a cup. They all taste the same.
Tell the children that.
Stephers, do you really think kids listen to this podcast? I ran all the kids off a long time ago.
That's fair.
I'm really hoping they don't. But I will say, I think that the various iterations of Reese's shapes do taste different because there's a different balance of chocolate and peanut butter. So, like,
okay, all right, you might be onto something.
I think the mini cups are the best for me because I think it's almost like a perfect balance of chocolate and peanut butter. Those are my favorites.
Like that perfect punch.
Yeah, the perfect.
No, it is
punch.
funny. You bring up like what shape. One year when I was living in Nashville, I went to go get Halloween candy, and of course, I'm going to get Reese's cups for the kids that come out. They'd already switched over to the Christmas candy, so all they had were the trees. I had to give out Christmas trees on Halloween, and I'm pretty sure it's like I'm going to go to hell for that at least.
I think that's funny. You should have just said they were Halloween trees.
Ah, damn it! Why didn't I think of that? Baby, they were Halloween trees. Halloween trees.
Steffers, you just put candy in your mouth. What is your favorite candy on Halloween?
This is not my favorite candy on Halloween, but I just went to Washington State and my friends bought me a Costco-sized bag of high chews. So I threw a high chew in my mouth.
Okay. People love to hear you
Landon,
chew on
I'm
our
sorry,
podcast.
But Reese's is not my answer. I have two, though. It depends. Milk Duds, because they come in the cute little box.
I like that.
And then it's like a nice little portion size. And then my second answer, Landon, stop shaking your head. Like, I don't need your negativity
I value
in my
my
life.
dental work, Stephers. Why would I
don't
attack
care.
my dental work with milk?
I don't care. You're attacking it with chocolate. It doesn't matter.
I can brush
And then
my
Three
teeth.
Musketeers. Shut up. Three
Ooh,
Musketeers.
okay, all right. I can get behind you on the Three Musketeers.
Yeah. Those are both
Get
good
behind
choices.
me because you're a supportive friend.
I mean, I should.
But
I
will you?
should.
No, those are all good choices. Yeah. I don't know that
Okay,
Justin.
J-Train, what about you?
Well, I was going to say, I'm trying to pick something that I only have for Halloween. So I think my answer is going to be bottle caps.
Whoa, going off board, bottle caps.
Yeah.
Who do?
You just got an eyebrow raise from the live studio audience. I don't think anybody expected him to say that. To quote Bart
They
Simpson.
still sell those?
Yeah. Yeah.
Around
you get-
Halloween, they do.
and the best thing ever is when you get a pack of 3, you open it up and they're all 3 root beer flavored. Oh,
Those are the best ones. Yeah, root beer's the best bottle cap.
Yeah.
I'll aim you on that.
I just
one.
need to know from our not live studio audience, but the listeners, do you consume bottle caps? Did you even know they still sell bottle caps? Like, I just need to know. Like,
Yeah.
I at least know what bottle caps are. I know I'm like the youngest of the little Monorail fam.
Mm-hmm.
I know what they are, but like, I didn't think they sold those anymore.
Well,
Or maybe
I can
I'm
tell you
just
that they
under a
do.
rock.
Listen,
I mean, clearly,
as
since
long
you're
as-
eating them.
as long as they continue to sell candy corn or those little waxy pumpkins, they'll continue to sell bottle caps.
Ugh.
Waxy pumpkins? What waxy?
They're the same. They're made of
Those
the
are
same
brutal.
stuff, I think, as candy corn.
Oh, yeah, ew.
Yeah,
I
that's a
used to
big
like
ooh.
candy corn. I grew out of that.
That's a big ooh from the Monorail fan. How about circus peanuts? Anybody like those? No. The answer is no.
Actually, Papa Doan had me place a special order for a big giant bag of circus peanuts for him, like last year. So, my dad and like 7 other people are keeping the circus peanuts industry alive.
All right. Well, I feel like that is enough general chit chat. We've probably run off all the people who are discovering this podcast for the first time, and that means it's the perfect time to jump in to the headlines of the week. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's the news from Central Florida theme parks, and this is the only place you're going to get it here on the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. What do you think of the new audio drop? Landon's laughing at me. I love it.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Actually. Okay. Relax. Okay. It's iconic.
I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's so iconic. It sounds exactly like the duty free thing that DNN News used a couple episodes ago on DOS Disney for Bear Watch.
I know it. It's perfect. That's what I love about those copyright free, like free use audio drops. Everybody uses the same ones, and that's really funny. That's funny to
God
me.
bless you, duty free or royalty free.
Yeah, royalty free. There you
Copyright free,
go.
whatever you want to call it.
Free.
Okay. We spent the first 15 minutes of the podcast talking about Halloween, but as you know, as soon as it's November 1st in the theme parks, we are moving on to Christmas. And so we've got some Magic Kingdom news. The Frozen Holiday Surprise at Magic Kingdom will come back November 7th, 2023. This article that we're referencing comes from www.magic.com. And if you have not seen it before, the Frozen Holiday Wish is a projection show on the castle. And it's really nice. It's a nice little touch that they do nightly during the holiday season. The show uses 200,000 LED lights and can be seen. No. What? I'm reading this wrong. The new show will use projections in place of the lights, of the LED lights. And that's what they've been doing. So, okay. So another thing that I wanted to talk about, the dream lights that they put on the castle that made it look like it was covered in ice, still not coming back. And I'm sure Frank Cardillo, happy birthday, Frank, is probably very excited about that because he was never a fan of those anyway. But now we do projection.
Why do we care about his opinion?
But now we do projection.
Frank wasn't excited at the introduction of color.
That's right.
I will say the projections are really Disney has made strides with these projections, and I think I do like the lights, but the projection just leaves more room for cooler stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sad, but also this could be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
And I love Christmas.
I mean, and I did see it. I've seen it. I saw it last year, I feel like. I think it's a really nice touch. Landon, have you ever had a chance to see the Frozen Holiday Surprise on the castle, or could you possibly see it this year?
I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen the Frozen Holiday Surprise because I have attended the almost called it not so Christmas party or the not so scary Christmas party as I have in the past. I am attending it this year. I don't know if I've seen it in years past, though. And it's I do agree with Stephers. They can do so much more with projections, but at the same time, there's still something so nice. So I'm hesitant to say the word quaint because there's a negative connotation. There's a lesser feeling with the term quaint, but seeing Christmas lights, just it feels right. I have no doubt that this is going to be an amazing show because Disney. This is what Disney do when it comes to shows. Kind of not having lights kind of bumps me out, but at the same time, it's still going to be great. Yeah. Still going to be great. I have no doubt.
It is. It's very cute. It's not a long show. It's sort of like if you've ever seen in Animal Kingdom, they do the little Tree of Life awakening at night. It's a similar sort of thing where they do a projection for 5 minutes and then it's over, but they have a nice little firework explosion. It's cool. It's a nice thing. It's a nice little touch. It adds atmosphere to the park. I don't have any problem with it, but I also love the holiday dream lights. So I do miss those.
Because like Disney's lights that they put up at Christmas are just so incredible. Yeah. If you if you are a Christmas fan and you love Disney, just talking about the hair on my arm is standing up. It's I am so looking forward to going down. And don't get me wrong, it is a heavy price to get into the after hour ticketed event, but it is just so dang nice. Yeah. It is just great. As I hit my microphone.
I love that.
Phenomenal.
I replaced that with my park day, my Magic Kingdom park day. That's what I did instead. I did the party.
Yeah, because 1000%. You can do that.
You get a solid 8 hours.
Yeah,
or some ridiculous amount.
Yeah, you get in at 4? Yeah, and then you go 4 to midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sold.
And that's usually 8 hours in a park is a pretty good amount of time. That's like a full day. I know some people that's not a full day for people who rope drop to close, but
yep, which it's
for the price.
Yes. And as of this recording, I know this is dropping day before Halloween, but we're recording this on October 29th. There are still a lot of very merry Christmas parties, not so scary Christmas. There are tons of those party options still available. As of this recording, there are only, according to Disney's website, 3 party dates sold out, and that's going to be November 9th, November 10th, and then December 1st. So as of now, like pretty much the entire calendar of the offerings of Very Merry is wide open.
Yeah. Yeah. So do it if you can.
Realize. I guess I don't know when I hopped off the monorail if like I just stopped looking at things, but I did not even in my head. I was like, oh yeah, those tickets should be on sale, but I didn't really process that. So that's surprising because I'm pretty sure Landon, the last time we recorded, like half the dates were already sold out by now.
Well, I'm trying to remember what the pace was for last year, because if I remember last year, it sold out. So I'm thinking maybe once we get out of the spooky season of Halloween, as we're approaching now, maybe those ticket sales will pick up. So again, I said it all throughout the run of Dawes Does Disney. If this is something you and your party want to do, get these tickets while they're still available. I don't want y'all to be left out in the proverbial cold. I guess this is appropriate because, this is a winter party. But I feel like it did sell out last year.
It did.
Yeah, I think it did. It totally did. Bit. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting. It seems like Not So Scary sold out almost, I'm going to snap into the microphone immediately, where it seems like it's very slow selling ticket pace, which is interesting.
It's slowed down. I think it's just the same as like what's happening sort of broadly across the theme parks. Like demand was much higher last year for people to get back to the parties, get in the parks. Although Not So Scary, like you said, this year did sell out. I think eventually Very Merry.
Mm-hmm.
I think eventually Very Merry will, but it'll be, as we approach the dates, they'll start closing more up and.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It's just slower. I think what we're seeing is the demand, the ticket demand, the travel plans, all that is a shorter window than it was last year. People aren't planning as far out and they're like, kind of maybe waiting to see what are hotel prices going to look like? What are, what's the weather going to look? Just different things. So
the weather hot.
It'll be hot. Although it's been really nice for a couple of weeks down here. But hey, speaking of, sorry.
And going back to the original story, it's like pictures of the Frozen Holiday Wish. I mean, it looks incredible. Like projections, like legitimate bulbs of whatever. It looks great. So again, I have no doubt Disney is going to knock this out of the park.
That's right. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm actually going to go out of order a little bit here because while we're talking about holiday stuff, why don't we just go up I-4 and go visit Universal for a minute, because they also have a little bit of a celebration that goes on during the holiday season.
Hold on, Jay, are you saying we're reaching across the Universal?
We're reaching across the Universal with Stephers. Yeah.
What a throwback, everyone. What a throwback.
It warms the cockles of my heart.
Oh, Landon, don't ever say that ever again.
It's a part of the heart, but yeah, I agree. That sounds gross.
Well, as of mid-October, the 2023 holidays at Universal Orlando dates and details have been announced. Thank you to InsideUniversal.net for this article. And I will just read you the details a little maybe more clearly than I read the previous article because I got myself all torn up trying to ad-lib. Universal Orlando Resort has announced details for their upcoming holiday season beginning Friday, November 17th and running daily through Sunday, December 31st. From the wondrous spectacle of the magic of Christmas at Hogwarts Castle in the wizarding world of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade, and coming face to face with everyone's favorite Green Grouch, the Grinch. Wow. Green Grouch the Grinch is something I didn't think I would make it through.
Well done, dude. You totally pulled that off. I'm going to air high five you on that.
Nice. During Grinchmas, to gazing at the floats and larger-than-life balloons during Universal's holiday parade featuring Macy's. There's boundless opportunities for guests to enjoy at Universal Orlando this holiday season. Now, the cool thing about all the stuff they've got going on at Universal is that you get to enjoy this stuff during regular park hours. You don't have to buy a special ticket to go see this stuff. Now, if you're interested in seeing like the magic at Hogwarts Castle, of course, that's going to be something that happens at night. And the details of that are holiday magic fills the wizarding world of Harry Potter as streets of Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade transform into a wizarding holiday wonderland overflowing with festively themed decor, lights, and garland. The nighttime spectacle, The Magic of Christmas at Hogwarts Castle, returns to Hogsmeade at Universal Islands of Adventure to bringing a stunning projection show that highlights Christmas moments and holiday spirit inspired by the beloved characters and stories of Harry Potter. It's really cool. Steffers, have you gotten a chance to see The Magic of Christmas on Hogwarts Castle?
I actually got to see it what year are we in? Last year, I'm going to say last year. So I typically go to everyone knows this. If you don't know it, welcome. This is my life. I typically try to go to Universal at least once a year, but toward the holiday time, I go to the Orlando Informer meetups, and they actually had a viewing during the meetup, and I actually got to sit and record it while my friends rode Forbidden Journey because...
Agreed. Yeah. That ride, just thinking about it makes my stomach turn a little bit. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just a little.
It's very cool to see.
That's really cool. I didn't realize that they did that during the Orlando Informer meetups, which, by the way, if you've never done one of those Orlando Informer meetups, this is not a paid endorsement, but Orlando Informer, it can be. Holler at your boy. They're very cool. They are super dope.
Yeah.
Says the Dawes of the Monday Morning Monorail. Yeah.
It is definitely a way to get bang for your buck. You're talking about like after hours events and getting the most out of your park time. I haven't done it, but just talking to Landon, Steffers, and our friend Lewis, Disney Pick-a-Day, who have done it. I mean, it seems like if you're a person who may only get a day to visit Universal, that's the way to do it, because you can do pretty much everything that you want to do.
And you get all you can eat food and non-alcoholic beverages on top of that too.
Yeah. It's
awesome.
Pretty nice.
Ice cream.
Yeah, it's
yes.
Like drink your body weight in butterbeer, y'all.
That's right.
That's the Landon Don't Challenge. Also not a segment we're doing.
Also at Islands of Adventure, you can enjoy Grinchmas. Revel in the spirit of Grinchmas at Universal Islands of Adventure, where the Grinch stars in the live retelling of the Dr. Seuss holiday classic, The Grinchmas Hula Day Spectacular. Seuss Landing will transport guests into a whimsical atmosphere decked out with oversized candy canes, twisty Christmas trees, stunning tinsel ornaments, and more. There will even be an appearance from the Who's from Whoville and a special photo opportunity where you get to meet the one and only Grinch himself face to face. Now, that's not something I've done, but
you need to do it.
I would like to.
You need to do it. I don't care. Make time.
I will. This year I will.
Jay, do it.
I will.
Steffers is telling you.
I will. Steffers is telling. I was getting a point. That's why we paused there for a second. I had to make sure I wasn't in trouble.
Like what?
But you know,
I'm backing you up, Steffers. I got your back. I'm being a supportive friend.
Well, my girlfriend jumped into the pass holder family this year, and she got a Universal Pass, and she loves Christmas.
As she should.
So I guarantee we'll be doing the Christmas stuff at Universal for sure. And we'll do that. It'd be fun to go meet the Grinch with her. I think that'd be a fun interaction. It's like,
I know this is not going to resonate with everyone, but you know when you go on vacation and you step into the hotel for the first time and you like smell the smells and you like feel the air?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that nice blast of AC. It's like, there we go. That's what's up.
It's like that, but Christmas. It's just like so nostalgic and so great. Like I just feel like it's kind of not cheesy, but like it's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You know what I mean? But like it's so. The performers are great. The atmosphere is great. And I just highly recommend. Also, if you can get it on like a day where it's cooler in Florida, which doesn't really happen often, but it sometimes does. It just gives you such winter holiday vibes that I just, 10 out of 10 recommend. Always.
I did get a chance.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was just going to say, I did get a chance to walk through Seuss Landing and see the decor last year, and it's awesome. It's so cool. And that really is immersive and nice. So you can do that without going to meet the Grinch or seeing the show. You still can. And there's Who's walking around in Seuss Landing. That's a cool thing to experience, even if you don't go do the other stuff. Sorry, Landon, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, it's like on the Orlando Informer event that I went to, I didn't get to meet the Grinch, but I was going to talk about kind of what you were saying, how cool Who's Landing looked like just with the holiday and Christmas decor with it. Mm-hmm. But going back to the top of the show where we were talking about how dots are underrated, I kind of feel like Who's Landing might be the dots of Universal. Like Who's Landing is kind of underrated. Like I never spent a lot of time in Who's Landing until my last trip. down to Universal, and I loved every second in there. It is so dang fun. It's like, it's whimsical, it's colorful, like the attractions are dope. It's like, okay, it's like, it's a carousel. You're rising weasels and woozles and huzzle buzzles and all that stuff. You're the what is it? The ride where you're going around.
Oh yeah, the high in the sky.
Trolley. Oh, that is so cool.
It's really cool.
You get such a unique view of the area, and I kind of hate that I didn't get to see that area all lit up and dressed up for Christmas. Like if you are down there to celebrate Christmas, before you go see The Grinch, please go see that so you can see the dope Christmas decorations. Check that out.
But wait, who's landing?
No. Yeah, who's landing?
Who's landing? Who's landing?
No. Who's landing is
Seuss landing.
Landon.
Who's landing?
Okay. Well,
Who's landing is I'm trying to turn it into an Abbott and Costello bit.
Yeah, that's what I was doing too.
Yeah.
Who's on
Come
first?
on, y'all. And me. Come on.
I was.
We're being supportive friends here.
We are.
No, that's
Stephers is never going to be a supportive friend. She's the friend that calls you out.
Oh, 100%. But what was I going to say while you were talking about who's landing?
Who's landing?
Oh.
Whoville?
A lot of people actually, a lot of people don't resonate with Seuss Landing anymore. A lot of people think that they should like tear it down. I will say Cat in the Hat absolutely scared the cheese out of my friend, because honestly those animatronics are kind of
oh my gosh, it is.
I get that. Oh, 1000%. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like, maybe a little refresh, but I do like the vibe of the land, and I think it's a really, in my opinion, this is just my opinion and not the views of the Monorail family.
It's more immersive than Harry Potter Land. Holy crap, Stephers! Why would you say that?
I can't believe you said that.
Oh my gosh, that's like an echo. I think it's an integral part. Sure. I think it's an integral part of the Islands of Adventure vibe. Like, I think if you if you had to like switch over the superhero island and like all that because of the rights and everything, I think you still need to have Seuss Landing. And it's not even just like it's a kid-friendly area and it's whatever. It's just the nostalgic, I feel like a nostalgic vibe that like you shouldn't get rid of.
No, I agree with you. I think so.
Also, I think it's called Who's Landing?
Who's Landing?
I'm done with you.
I was actually talking I was talking with a coworker this week who's a brand new pass holder for WDW actually, and he was saying that as he walks around the parks, he's like, I just noticed some of this stuff, like, it's been there forever. It's old. Don't you think they should upgrade? I'm like, no, you can't, because part of the thing with the theme parks is you want to hold on to some of that nostalgia. Yes, Walt said they should never be museums, and there'll always be changing and updating, but you can't just leave the past behind. I mean, there's so many people that have so many memories tied to these different rides, attractions, and the IPs that they're tied to, that like if you turn your back on that, I think that you're alienating a big portion of the fan base, and Seuss Landing falls into that for sure. So
I agree.
I think Who's Landing? I think I would be worried about like the rights, because I think, isn't there some issue with the Seuss usage? I feel like that came up recently.
I haven't even thought of that.
There were words and things. I can't remember what year it is, but I think the rights are, don't quote me on this. I'm sure someone will fact check me. I did read an article about that, but I don't remember the timetable on it.
Yeah.
Realistically, I don't think that would be an issue. But tying it back into Walt Disney World with like the whole nostalgia thing, Walt Disney World has been updating things. Like even the projection show, the Frozen projection show. Like, if you just look back like 5-10 years ago and the things that they were doing, and then looking at where it landed now, I think stuff like that is making great strides in terms of just updating things. But I still miss Interventions.
Oh yeah.
So I just wanted to add that, like, you don't want it to be a museum, but also that would have been a great, with where technology went or is going. Could have still been a cool thing, man. Yeah, that could have been a really cool thing.
Yeah.
That water interactive experience is fine.
It's like, Moana, it's the Journey of Water. Put some respect on her name. Thank you, Stephers.
No, never. You know how I feel about Moana. I love her, but yeah, I don't know. These parks are doing great. Don't get rid of Seuss Landing, but also update the animatronics on Cat in the Hat because that terrifies children. And
I was actually, so speaking of that, I was going to say it would be funny to make a list of spooky things you could do in the park that aren't meant to be spooky. That would be
Cat in the Hat is slightly terrifying. The last trip that I took to Universal, it was me, the Smoking Hot Girlfriend, and the Ambassador, which is what I call her daughter, and we went on Cat in the Hat, and me as a grown adult, it's like, that is a terrifying animatronic. What in the hell is
Lights
that?
off, only black light, lit vibes. Oh, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Now, imagine if you partook in some of the special gummies that are legal in some parts of America and then hopped on that ride.
That would be a trippy experience for sure.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. Thing 1 and Thing 2, terrifying.
Yep. That version.
They sell T-shirts of it. They sell T-shirts of it. Yep.
That version, and they also have meet and greets with Thing 1 and Thing 2. And the meet and greet people, the meet and greet things. Yes, you can meet a lot of the Dr. Seuss characters. Fun fact, if you didn't know,
you could meet a Velociraptor at Universal. Of course, you could meet Thing 1 and 2.
True. Yeah, Thing 1 and Thing 2 are actually kind of cute with like the meet and greet. It just didn't age well on the ride. That's all.
That's true. But something that does age well because it is timeless is the Macy's Christmas Parade.
Oh, I love this thing.
Over at the Studios Park. Yeah, guests will gaze in awe as beloved pop culture-inspired stories from Illumination's Despicable Me and DreamWorks Animation's Shrek and Madagascar fill the streets of Universal Studios Florida during Universal's holiday parade featuring Macy's. These beloved stories come to life as larger-than-life balloons, colorful holiday floats, and hundreds of jolly performers embark on a picturesque journey that culminates in a stunning finale featuring the one and only Santa Claus and the lighting of the magnificent 80-foot Christmas tree. I saw this for the first time last year. I actually got to do it a couple of times, and it is fantastic. If you love the holidays, if you love the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, if you love festivities and nostalgia and coziness, this parade's wonderful. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you're on the right side of the street. Like, don't get stuck by it. That's what happened to me. I was like making my way toward the Mummy, and I was like sprint, 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 and then like the parade, and I was like, no. It was like a whole thing. What I was going to say though about the parade is that during the Fire of the World, where everything was like not normal operations, they did an indoor. Yeah, they did an indoor. There wasn't a parade. It was just like a kind of a display walkthrough, and you actually got to see the balloons up close and personal, and like. Because they're like in the air when they're walking. I
did that. Yeah.
And you got to see them up close. And it was absolutely, I know that it sounds silly because like they're just stationary in like a warehouse, but it was absolutely stunning to see. It was all lit up. It was all like they're all blown up, and you get to like really see what they look like.
Yeah.
There was a donkey one that I just love. And you got to meet Santa.
You got to meet Santa.
Like experience.
Yeah.
And
Santa was there too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
It was a distance meet and greet, but he was like back on his throne, and you got to be like, hey,
but it was cute.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Of course, they got to protect Santa. He's a very important person.
Yeah, but I totally would echo that, Stephers. I actually missed that walkthrough. I wish somehow they could have that and still also have the parade, but I don't know how they would do it. But yeah, that was very cool. It was very nice.
The Universal Holiday Parade, that was one of the things that caught me by total surprise. Again, going back to the Orlando Informer meetup. Again, not a paid endorsement, I swear to God. I did not know that was going to happen the night that I was there. I was just walking around, and then I saw people like, team members going and roping off and blocking. It's like, the hell's going on? And then I saw people lining up. It's like, all right, cool, I'll hang out. And then the next thing I know, a full-blown daggone parade is going by, and it is one of the best things I've ever seen. Like, when it comes to parades, and just like, if you love Christmas, if you love whimsicalness, it is so amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. It is, I know I identify as a Disney dork, a Disney nerd, as we say on the internet, but the parade that Universal puts on for Christmas is so damn good.
It is.
You need to go out of your way and check this out. And plus, like Jay said, this goes on during regular hours during the park. You don't have to get a after hour event ticket. Like just go hang out, have some fun, ride some roller coasters, go ride Spider-Man because that's a dope ass ride, and then watch the holiday parade. Like it is just so good. It is incredible. Blew me away.
Did you just say ride Spider-Man?
Well, you could hop on the train and then hop back over. Come see the parade.
Hold on. Ride E.T. and then watch the parade.
Get on the dope-ass Harry Potter train. Get over to the park. You can ride E.T., of course, Steffers. Yes, of course.
Forget it. I'm done with you.
It's one thing that's...
I thought we were being sort of friends. Wow, this podcast...
One thing that's nice year-round is that Hogsmeade feels like you're in a place that, it's covered in snow and stuff. So
that is true. Yeah. It always feels like Christmas.
It makes it even better at Christmas time. I just wanted to mention before we wrap up across the Universal with Steffers, Mannheim Steamroller at Universal Studios Florida. They'll be back December 2nd, 3rd, 9th, and 10th for live performances in the park. So, again, another really awesome thing. If you love Mannheim Steamroller, the top-selling holiday artist of all time, which is I guess it's not a surprise, but it's pretty
Mariah Carey is pissed hearing that.
That's right. Yeah.
She's coming for you, Mannheim, Cleveland Steamers.
Sorry, Mariah.
Oh, wait, I said that wrong.
So there was a lot of news this week, and I wanted to jump back over to Disney for just a minute, and we can kind of hit this a little bit quick, but they did announce they're bringing back the after-hours events next year. They will be going on at Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, and Epcot. And these are where it's a separate ticketed event. It's not like a holiday party, but you get to get in with lower crowds and hopefully access, rides without a long wait. But a couple of the cool things they announced for Magic Kingdom as part of the after hours next year, which by the way run from January 11th through April 8th, is that you can actually ride Tron with a standard standby queue. You don't have to do virtual queue, which is cool because actually for the Not So Scary Party, they've been doing virtual queue for Tron. I think they're doing it for Very Merry too, but I guess for after hours, maybe that just means that could be an indicator. Park crowd levels are going to be even lower than they sell for the Very Merry and Not So Scary.
I was about to say, is this the first time that Tron has gone on regular standby?
It is.
Wow.
The other thing that was extremely... Yeah, go ahead, Steffers.
No, I was going to say for that other one in Epcot, Guardians, they do standby, though, for that, right? Like, this isn't...
When you're
special.
Attending an after hours, Guardians does regular standby. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if it was consistent.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I can verify. Tom and Michelle from Hyperion Adventures podcast were kind enough to take me to a DVC Moonlight Magic at Epcot. And yes, we walked right onto Guardians. It was fantastic.
I know. He's so fancy, Landon.
Little brag. Right, just a little brag.
I know Tom and Michelle. I'm fancy.
Hey, I'm proud.
Michelle, great people.
I'm proud to know Tom and Michelle.
Hyperion Adventures.
Yeah. But I did want to say back at Magic Kingdom, this was really interesting to me. During the after hours events at Magic Kingdom, they are bringing back Enchantment exclusively for the after hours party. So that means if you get there during the regular hours of the park, actually, because you can get there early, it's just like Very Merry, Not So Scary. You can come in early. You could actually...
Get in at 4?
I think it's 7, but I'm not sure for the after hours. I'd have to double check. Don't quote me.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, you could potentially watch Happily Ever After, and then once the park closes, you'll get to see Enchantment on the same night.
Oh my God.
That's wild. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. Steffers is making a very disgusted face. She's not impressed.
Listen.
Why not wishes? I know.
Honestly, I would actually accept that more. And not to whatever the whatever that saying is.
Don't yuck my yum.
That thing.
That thing.
I'm cool like that they're doing that. However, like wishes better.
Wishes.
Like Happy Ever After always. But like wishes.
I'm going to stop bringing up wishes. I'm going to start crying. It's way too early for me to start crying.
You'll be fine, honey.
Who's landing?
Okay. I think it's cool that they're doing that though. Like a different experience for like it makes it seem like you're getting your money's worth or like you're getting a special thing. So
it's a kicker.
Special
Yes. It's a kicker. Thing. It's nice. Or you
Yes.
could choose to maybe go to the lounge at the California
Universal.
Grill or something like that, and maybe watch Enchantment if you wanted to do that. If you don't, that's just another way to enjoy
true.
it. Just another way to enjoy it.
Though I like going to Stepher's point, it's like I do think it's cool that they're offering an exclusive to these after hours events, because it's like price point is going to be, I mean, like $149 to $159, or excuse me, Magic Kingdom is $155 to $175, and then Epcot is going to be $149 to $159. I mean, these again aren't cheap, not even a little. So I do think it is cool that Disney is giving you something exclusive to these events, in addition to getting in on in theory, lower crowds where you should have, in theory, lower wait times for attractions like Seven Dwarfs Mine, Tron Light Cycle Run, where you mentioned it's a actual standby, which if it is a actual standby, you might need these lower wait times and lower crowds. But in addition, it's like breaking out Enchantment, it's like, I think that's cool. Much like Stephers, y'all know Wishes is my jams.
Yeah.
And honestly, if they told me, it's like, Landon, you can see Wishes one more time.
Oh my God. You want to talk about
Give
a hot
us your
ticket.
credit card, you stupid idiot. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, here you go, Mickey Mouse. I love you so much. But
Yeah, I'm with you.
the fact that Disney's even thought to do this and they're going through with this, I think this is pretty cool.
Imagine if they brought back Wishes and the Main Street Electrical Parade
Oh, Jay.
for an after hours event, or Spectro Magic, even Spectro Magic. Just bring back a nighttime parade like that. You could charge probably $250 for that party and people would pay it. I'm just saying.
My Venmo password is
Yeah. So again, so Magic Kingdom dates they start January 11th. They go through April 8th. Epcot is February 2nd through April 4th. And then where is the Hollywood Studios? That goes from January 10th through April 10th. So there you go. Get in there. I mean, they're 9:30. Yeah, they're 9:30 to 12:30. And actually, thank you to the article from WDW Info. You can get in the park at 7 p.m. if you go to the after hours.
Right.
Yeah. So that gives you a little bit of a head start. So 7 to midnight. So you've got 5.5 hours. It's not quite as long as Very Merry. But still, I mean, there's bang for your buck there. Imagine getting into Hollywood Studios and being able to just walk on to Slinky or Rise of the Resistance or whatever. I mean, it's nice.
assuming it's offered / running that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to be a contrarian, but I mean, we have to be honest when it comes to Rise of the Resistance.
Fair point. And even if it is running, you might be missing some of the effects. But
A lot of the show, yeah.
all right, before we wrap up the news, and then I know there's one thing we want to touch on because it's awesome. But this is the last little piece of news for upcoming events. Farts is coming back to Epcot in 2024. We all knew it. We all love it. And it will start on January 12th. Now, the thing that makes me very sad about Farts is that it barely runs for a month. January 12th to February 19th. I think I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think this is one of the most value added additions when it comes to festivals in Epcot, because there's so much to see and do, and it's such a different way to see the park. I think the food is really good, plated beautifully. I think there's a lot of really fun activities to get involved in, and it only runs for barely a month. That's just
5 weeks?
yeah. So
That's insane.
But of course, they have to make way for Flower and Garden and get those topiaries out there, which is great.
I mean, okay, all right, yeah, I like.
But
Oh dang!
but yeah,
But hear me out. What if there was a time? Picture this, if you will. What if there was a time where Farts and Flower and Garden overlap? Right? You know what I'm saying? And then it's a slow fade. Like that, like the intro music. It's like a slow fade where you keep the greatness of Farts and then you fade into the topiaries.
Mm-hmm.
Why you got to stop? Why can't you just slide on in? I'm just saying, Disney.
Yeah. They do start
You can make it work.
They do start putting the topiaries up before the event officially starts. I don't know if they put them up while Farts is still going on. By the way, for those who maybe are classier than us, the Festival of the Arts.
Yeah.
Epcot Festival of the Arts.
But us troglodytes, we call it farts.
It's farts.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I agree with you, Steffers. I think that you could have some of the same things going on, the best parts of each event, and then slowly ramp down Farts and ramp up.
Well, because even with, is it food and wine? Like some booths don't open right at the start of the event anyway.
Correct.
So why can't you do a little wombo combo? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Rude.
Or like I know it's a joke. There's always a festival going on at Epcot, but like, why not start it? Like, I know you would only be getting another week and a half more of it. Like, start it January 1st, or like, I know people are going to be there for New Year's, so maybe Disney figures we already got the crowds in there. We already got the money for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, people traveling over the holidays. But I mean, like, there has to be something for Festival of the Arts to get more of a shine, because I mean, 5 weeks is a damn shame, because Festival of the Arts is, I think, my favorite festival that goes on.
I think it's mine too.
It's either that or Flower and Garden, which it's a damn shame that they both bump into each other and one takes away from the other. So if you expand Festival of the Arts, it's going to take away from Flower and Garden.
Yeah.
Or it's we're on the flip side. Food and Wine seems to go on for the entire damn year.
August through mid-November. But I was just thinking, I agree with everything that you all are saying. But as I was kind of mulling around the fact that we call it Farts in Epcot, I decided we need to come up with some way to shorten Flower and Garden, and I would like to submit Flogar. Epcot Flogar.
Flogar?
Yeah.
All right. That sounds like some dope Viking goddess
I know.
of power.
It sounds like you're trying to say flow grown. But like, I respect the hustle.
Nope, Steffer, stop. 2-1, you lose.
Fair.
If you've got a better suggestion.
No. I like Flogar. I'm just saying it'll remind me of Flow Grown, so it'll vibe very well. It's like a whole vibe.
Rides.
Flogar.
Okay, not when he does it like that. No.
No, that just makes it better. You're right, Steffers.
Farts will fall to Flogar.
I can see the T-shirts now. Yeah. We'll get like some badass Valkyrie riding like a tiger or something over a rainbow.
Perfect.
With Figment. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. I'm putting it together in my mind. Do you hear this, graphic designer?
Yeah, we need
I'm
someone
throwing
to make
a money
that,
idea at you.
Make that T-shirt.
Do we have a TeePublic store again?
We do, but we need some. I would appreciate freelance artwork for sure.
Yeah, we're not paying you, but we want your services.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about Festival of the Arts, and we'll talk more about that as we approach January, some of the details and things you can do there. Again, there's a lot of overlap between festivals at Epcot, whether it be Flower and Garden, Food and Wine, even the Festival of the Holidays and Festival of the Arts. Food booths, entertainment at the American Gardens Theater, and then other opportunities to see different, like get involved in activities, shop for special merch. There's a lot of overlap, but they do have their own unique characteristics. So we'll get into that as we get closer. Guys, I feel like this is maybe the best news of the week, though, kind of, even though it's not theme park related. This is a very pass holder loungy type piece of news, and I just wanted to say the first ever Haunted Mansion bar is coming to the Disney Treasure cruise ship. Details came out this week, and I'm using a blogmickey.com article that essentially this is like a one-of-a-kind, unique experience that you can only get on the Disney Wish. This lounge is going to have craft cocktails, exclusive onboard merchandise, nostalgic decor, and the beloved Haunted Mansion characters. The Haunted Mansion parlor will immerse guests in the next chapter of the Haunted Mansion saga, bringing this fan-favorite lore to life in a whole new way. The one-of-a-kind experience will be a swinging wake, unlike any other, that of a jovial captain who entered the ghostly realm after a disastrous dinner with his beloved fiancée. And if you've seen the artwork, if you've seen some of the promo videos, this is it's like a dream come true for Haunted Mansion fans. And, they've already even announced like some of the drinks that you can get there. They're going to be very Instagrammable. I do want to say, so this week I got to go to Scat Cats. I met up with Dr. Jacqueline, Pixie Dust PhD. That's her name. And we went over to Scat Cats at Port Orleans French Quarter, and they had a spirit. It's like spirit. They have a special cocktail, Playful Spirits, I think is what it's called. And I wanted to get it just because it looked so cool. And I was doing it for the gram. And the guy told me, oh, we don't have the black salt that goes around the rim. And I was like, well, never mind then. I didn't get it because I was doing it for the gram.
As you do when you get beverages. I get that.
Yeah. But in this case, I would imagine they won't run short of all the accoutrements that go on with these cocktails. It looks so good. And basically what it's going to do is make me spend way too much money to go on a cruise just so I can go and visit this lounge on the Disney Wish.
Disney Treasure.
Disney
Don't
Treasure.
Get them twisted.
I keep saying Wish.
I know, because you wish you were on it.
I think that's why. Disney Treasure.
Yeah, it's the Who's Landing of the Disney cruise line. But I mean, you're not wrong. This looks so dang awesome, and I know I'm not the only one that wishes, no pun intended, something like this was available in the parks. Because could you imagine you get off the Haunted Mansion, you go through Memento Mori, and then it's like, oh, by the way, we have a haunted lounge where you can go and sip a drink with some of our happy haunts.
Yeah.
And they put out a video that kind of it has like a virtual walkthrough or something like that. And it looks so dang cool.
Yeah.
So awesome. And like, honestly, it's like, I think this is a very cool draw to the Disney cruises. But if this is any indication of what the Imagineers have up their sleeves, because Disney seems to be getting kind of playing fast and loose, so to speak, with the no alcohol in
MK
Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get, a Coors Light to, walk around and go, see the Country Bear Jamboree. I don't know why I had that accent. I apologize. But you can still go to a lounge. You can go to a sit-down restaurant and get a beverage. And I know they've loosened it up on the left coast with Oga's Canteen, where you can get a libation in that instance.
Yeah.
Seems like they're getting, more open to the idea.
Yeah.
So if this is what the Imagineers are thinking, this is what the Imagineers have up their, like have in their playbook, bring some of this stuff to the parks because I am here for it.
Well, and in fairness, they have announced that they're going to build a Pirates Lounge in Magic Kingdom, and we don't know
that is true.
We don't know the details of that yet. And it is true. It could be just as immersive, and there may very well be alcohol there, but I would imagine if there is, it's going to be a reservation kind of place. But even if that, like, sort of like Oga's, like where you at least have to make a reservation, then you get a spot either standing or sitting, and then you can't take the drinks with you. That's what I would imagine. Yeah. If they have alcohol there.
Though to be fair, in Hollywood Studios, you can get beers to go.
Well, you can, yeah.
But in Hollywood Studios, you can get your Coors Lights from a stand and then go see Buzz and Woody over there in Toy Story. Again, I don't know where this accent is coming from. I apologize. Yeah.
Well,
is this a character I'm working on?
I honestly, Landon, I don't. Maybe in your head. My thought is how do I say this? The more that they add, like I know that they're adding, different things to the parks, but like Oga's, dang near impossible to get a reservation most times.
It's difficult.
If you add more, like even if you added like a Muppet bar, I don't know.
Don't Stephers.
Oh my God.
Stephers, don't just throw that out like we can walk over the idea of a Muppet themed lounge in Hollywood Studios. You just made my dreams come true.
Listen, I'm here to make the people happy sometimes. Yeah, but like if you added something like that, tell me that the distribution of the people that are trying to get to Oga's versus the people that are trying to, you know what I mean? Like it would split it a little bit and make it a little bit easier for people, in my opinion. The more like when even in Universal, when they had like Hagrid's and then Velocicoaster open, like that split people as well. Like the more that you provide people, the more that I think it'll help. I mean, it's going to be busy regardless, and I'm not delusional in thinking that. But I do think if you add, I mean, Pirates cool, but like Haunted Mansion, kind of weighs more. But I
think
this bar looks cool, so.
It does.
Yeah.
Instead of a gift shop, hear me out.
Yes.
Instead of exiting through the gift shop, you exit through the Haunted Mansion spooky themed bar.
Oh my God.
Lounge. Whatever
I would
it's
never
called.
leave. I would end up being the 1000th happy haunt.
They could make it
And
like the
then-
graveyard, and where you sit is like that's your resting place. Oh my God.
Sweet baby Ray's.
With
Do it,
exclusive
Disney.
merch. Exclusive merch to just the lounge. So you're still selling and taking Disney dollar dues. I'm just.
Oh yeah.
It could be different enough from the cruise ship, but still exist in the park. I'm just saying.
And then maybe
Disney.
Disney just build a private back exit. So if people overdo it with their spirited libations, they can just take them out.
Speak easy style. Just saying. Special code.
Too
Anyway,
many
that's
spirits.
fine.
Disney, are you listening?
Yeah. We're printing money for you, Disney, as we usually do. All right. That's the news of the day. Anything else? Anything else to add before we wrap it up, friends? I think
it was a spooky and haunted.
it
Sorry,
was.
we're still the day before Halloween. I wanted to throw that in there.
It was.
I can't. Jeffers, don't look at me that way. I can't do that the week of Thanksgiving.
You can, and you would, because you're you.
And you will.
That's true. Yeah, she's got me there. Take that, me.
All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we're going to refer to the Facebook group, the Monday Morning Monorail Fam, and we are going to read your responses to last week's Fast Pass Standby Snack Break. All when we come back. Stick with us. Welcome back to the Monorail. It is now time to interact with you, the Monday Morning Monorail family. Last week, Landon brought back the ever-popular segment, Fast Pass Standby Snack Break. And we ask you to give your responses on the Monday Morning Monorail fam Facebook or over on the Twitter at Morning Monorail. And gosh darn it, you did it. Landon, let the people know what their voices said. What? I don't know what I'm saying. Can you take over?
I mean, I don't think I have a choice after that wonderful intro question mark. Yes, but last week we brought back Fast Pass Standby Snack Break, and we are doing a haunted edition of Fast Pass Standby Snack Break because we are a day out of Halloween. We are asking you, what would you Fast Pass Standby Snack Break according to the Haunted Mansion Now trio from Walt Disney World? We are talking I believe it's 2003 edition of the Haunted Mansion starring Eddie Murphy and Marcia Thomason, excuse me, rather, I'm really good at talking. The 2021 Muppets Haunted Mansion, and then finally the 2023 Haunted Mansion movie starring Lakeith Stanfield and Rosario Dawson. Now, if you've never played Fast Pass Standby Snack Break, if you're going to Fast Pass something, this is something that you cannot miss, and you simply must book a Fast Pass for it. If you're going to stand by something, this is something that you want to do, and you're willing to wait in line for it. But if you're going to snack break something, you're going to go get a snack while your party does this, but you're super awesome, and on top of that, you're super cool, so you're going to hold on to the bags and purses while your party goes and does this attraction. Again, we're talking the Haunted Mansion Trio, kicking it off on the Facebook group, the Monorail Fam Facebook group. If you're not a part of the Monorail Fam, look us up on Facebook. Just search that right there, the Monorail Fam, Monday Morning Monorail. Join us. We're having a bunch of fun just all week long, not just on Mondays. But Eric, who has a fun follow, the Main Street Electrical Arcade, he gets in first saying he is going to fast pass the Muppets Haunted Mansion. He says it's perfect. No notes.
Perfect.
Can't argue with that. Stand by the 2023 Haunted Mansion. Perfectly decent film with fun Easter eggs for fans of the ride. Loses some points for a huge amount of very blatant product placement throughout. And then he's going to snack break the 2003 Haunted Mansion. Not funny or scary. and a waste of the talent involved.
Strong
I throw
disagree.
It to you, Jay and Stephers. I feel like Eric's answer might be eliciting some responses from you two.
I just have a question. Eric, are we fighting? Are we fighting now? I think we are.
Do you hate us?
I think we're fighting. That's all I have to say.
Oh, just wait till I'm like looking through these and I'm like, wow, people hate me. And it's fine. Like I understand we all can have our incorrect opinions. I understand. I have some in this moment. A lot of people have some. It's fine. It's cool.
I will say,
We're all
though,
friends.
I want to throw in, I don't think there was any intention on making that movie scary, but, I think it was more fun.
Which one?
The 2003 Eddie Murphy
2003 one,
2000.
yeah.
There was no intention for that to be a
Eddie
scary
Murphy.
movie.
And it was rated, what, PG?
Yeah.
Okay, also, maybe because I'm my age, scared.
Well, I mean,
Okay, all right.
Have you looked at
Stephers
that,
was
Butler?
terrified. Stephers was terrified.
Stephers was just 2 years old when she saw that movie, and it really scared.
Excuse me, I was 8? Question mark?
Still-
Math?
it's
That
still
was some
so
quick
young.
math I was trying to do.
My
So
exaggeration
Stephers
wasn't.
wasn't born in 2003, but she was still terrified by this movie.
Yeah, my exaggeration wasn't that far off. That's funny.
It really wasn't, which is why I tried to do the math.
Though, to your point, everybody might not agree with Eric's assessment. Lewis of Disney Pick-a-Day responds saying he loved the product placement and thought they were very funny.
There you go.
Regarding the 2023 Haunted Mansion movie. I will say it's like, some of the instances of the product placements, like, my wife, she had to go get Baskin Robbins ice cream. And then there I went, to go to CVS to get, a Dr. Pibb soda. And then I went and got, a Tylenol PM extra strength to get rid of the memory of my wife dying. It's like, okay, maybe a little heavy handed, but at the same time, not enough to take me out of the film. That's just me though. But apparently it was enough to take Eric out of the film. Next up is going to be Brianna. She is going to fast pass Muppets Haunted Mansion. Great references to the park. Love Gonzo's existential crisis. And as somebody who has an existential crisis on a somewhat regular basis, I get that. Stand by the 2023 Haunted Mansion. Haven't watched it yet, but the trailer in Castello was better than the next one. She comes in with an edit. I just watched it, and it makes the Hatbot ghost appearing before the seance in the ride make a little bit more sense now. Then she comes in with a snack break, Haunted Mansion 2003 edition. The movie is old enough now to drink next year, and it shows. Jay, as one of 7 people in the world that actually likes the 2003 edition of the Haunted Mansion, how does that make you feel that Brianna just straight up killed your boy without seeing it, without seeing the 2023 version and said, nah, screw this thing?
Well, I think there's 2 of us of the 7.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, me and Justin are aligned here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
I said one of 7. One of 7.
I know, but I'm just saying that we've got
This is how interviews work. You throw to one person. Oh my God.
we got 60%.
Woosah.
66.6% of the podcasters today actually like that one. But no,
That is not how that works. No. Okay.
do you know math? What's 66
Said
and 33?
one of 7. One of 7.
No, I'm saying on this podcast today of 3, 66.6. Anyway, I think that Brianna and I are fighting as well. That's all.
Wow.
I really enjoyed the edit, though. I love that she went back to edit her.
That is funny.
I do respect
iconic.
somebody. Yeah. Shout out to Brianna for going back and editing, watching something, and coming back with new information. Because guys, like once you get new information, you can reevaluate what you said. That's totally fine.
That's true.
That's totally fine in reality.
Yep.
I'm gonna let that one sink in. 3, 4, 5. All right, moving on. Lewis of Disney Pick-a-Day. He is going to fast pass the Muppets. Not perfect, though. Hold on. I thought Eric said perfect. No. All right, so that's contradicting. Anyway,
They're
but
fighting.
A very nice Halloween special that we will watch yearly. I agree on that one, Lou. I agree on that one. He's going to stand by the 2023 Haunted Mansion movie. Really fun. Lots of fan service. Not going to watch it regularly, but won't avoid it. And then he's going to snack break the Eddie Murphy version. Generally a pretty mediocre film in his opinion. Not poke your eyes/ears out, but you can't perceive it still plain. But twice in a lifetime is enough for me, and I will never see it again. Ringing endorsement from Disney Piccadilly.
Yeah, that's great. All right,
y'all
Lewis.
just go ahead.
All right, Lewis. I mean, it's funny. So far, I just want to say, everybody's exactly aligned. So,
except for I don't know if this is next for you, but like, there's a reason why the one that I'm more aligned with is like a father to me, and I just want to say that we're very aligned in our answers here.
Oh.
And I also want to say that Eric, Brianna, and Lewis are all my favorite member of the Monorail
There you go.
family.
You got to get that in there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's
Forgot.
nice.
Steffers,
My
why don't
y'all.
you?
That's my gimmick.
Steffers, why don't you? I think Steffers should get to read the one for her honorary father here on the podcast.
Aww.
Why don't you share it
Well,
with
to
us?
be fair, he's old enough to be all of our honorary fathers. So
I don't know if you know
Is
who
he?
we're talking about.
I'm talking about theme park Rob, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
I was talking about Frank Cardillo because
Okay,
he's old
I was
enough to
gonna
be
say, I don't
everybody's honorary father. Sorry, Theme Park Rob. That was an inadvertent stray you just took. Theme Park Rob is my favorite member of the Monorail, and I'm really sorry, buddy.
Theme Park Rob is fast passing the OG Haunted Mansion. He loves it every time he watches it. Jennifer Tilly and Wallace Shawn are why I keep coming back. Valid. Stand by Muppets Haunted Mansion. Simply #Save the Muppets.
Mm-hmm.
Also valid. And Snack Break, the 2023 Haunted Mansion. I've only seen it once. It wasn't an uninterrupted viewing. It doesn't get a fair shake here, but I did enjoy what I saw. You know what? It doesn't matter. You viewed it and you enjoyed what you saw, but you still put it on Snack Break. So I respect the choices here. And I love you and I miss you.
So, Steffers, it seems to me that you indicated this would be your order as well. Is that the case?
Yes, but the caveat to this, I'm going to pull Brianna here. Also, is it Brianna or is it Brianna? These are the questions I have.
Oh God! Please don't tell me I mispronounced her name so many times. Oh no!
I don't know. People pronounce it different ways. Can you please confirm? I haven't seen the new one. However, y'all know how I feel about the Muppets. The Muppets still go before for me in my head. I will watch it after this podcast is done recording, and then I will edit my answer. Maybe, very maybe. But I thoroughly enjoy Eddie Murphy, and I was scared. Like, it's like a nostalgia thing for me. So
coming back to edit your response, that's such a Brianna move of you, and I'm very proud of it. I'm going to jump over
to go, Brianna.
I'm going to jump over to Keenan's response. So Keenan chimed in. He's going to fast pass Muppets, just like A Christmas Carol. It is the GOAT version of this story. Stand by 2023. It was more enjoyable than 2003, but mostly because all the nods to the rides. And then Snack Break Eddie Murphy version. Can't remember anything good about Keenan. We are fighting.
Keenan.
We're fighting.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
God bless. Over to you, Landon.
But like going back to Keenan's answer, particularly on the Fast Pass one, citing like A Christmas Carol, it is the GOAT version of this story. I mean,
it's a bold claim.
But is he wrong?
Well, do you remember
whenever I think of A Christmas Carol, I think of the Muppets. And no, I'll save my. Let's go to Emily, who is going to be the 2023 version of the Haunted Mansion. I thought it was great. It's very ride-based and is one of my top attractions in the Magic Kingdom. Although Owen Wilson doesn't say wow at all in the movie.
That's true.
Standby is going to be the 2003 version starring Eddie Murphy. While it is a great movie until the newer one came out, and I enjoy the comedy, I think it could have been done better. And she's going to snack break the Muppets because, if I'm being honest, I haven't watched this one yet, and I don't believe I can accurately rank it without seeing it. I appreciate the honesty, Emily.
Yeah.
But if you take away one thing from this week's podcast, it's that I'm awesome. But if you take away two things from this week's podcast, it's that I'm awesome, and you need to check out the Muppets Haunted Mansion, particularly before Halloween is over. I think you'll really enjoy it. That's just one humble humble podcaster's opinion.
Yes, and I think that as we've proved, you can go back and edit your comments after you do that. Be like Brainana and just come back and tell us what you think.
Yes,
really-
be like Banana. Yeah.
I'm
really sorry, Brianna.
I just wanted to make sure that we were pronouncing it right. Anyway, my question now is for the people who do not like the 2003 Eddie Murphy version, or like it's not favorable for them. My question is if you could choose one thing. I'm sorry, I'm asking an audience question.
A new question to the audience.
If you could change like one thing to make it quote unquote better or like boost it in your ratings, what would you change? And it could be like, oh, it just wasn't scary. Or it could be like, these actors suck and I just prefer a whole new cast. Whatever the case may be. That's my question to you. Like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I haven't seen the new one, so I will go see it. Like, I like the cast of the new one. I just haven't seen it yet.
I could see, honestly, I could see one of the responses coming back is people are going to say, like, they just didn't like the script, like the writing. I feel like if you watch that movie, I think it's valid to say, like, the script isn't super strong. But the crazy thing to me is those same people will come back and tell you that Halloween Town is one of their favorite Disney movies that's ever existed. And I'm like, I realized, like, this was a theater movie. And maybe the bar is higher, but at the same time, it's the same level of enjoyment. I don't know. It's crazy to me.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Halloween Town is a phenomenal movie. It is my favorite Halloween movie, but I also can recognize that Eddie Murphy's Haunted Mansion is a good movie as well.
I love Halloween Town. I'm just telling you, it feels like you're watching a Disney Channel movie.
Oh, yeah, you are. Okay,
Yeah.
No. That's a valid statement. I will agree.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
But I also will say, I think 2003, mind you, this is 2003, people, things have kind of gotten better.
We use different words.
Look at Eddie Murphy.
Landon uses inappropriate words.
Goes. And Landon doesn't know.
What do you think about Halloween Town?
Oh.
Come on over.
Oh, wait, we're getting a Halloween Town drop in. Here comes the smoking hot girlfriend.
All right. So we're talking about movies, and Stephers is really into Halloween Town and about how it's apparently one of her favorites.
Wait, well, hold on. This was an ambush where one of my BFFs and I are going to have a clash.
You don't have to have a clash.
No.
Hold on.
I feel like we're having a
Stephers
clash.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, yeah. You can't hear. All right. So
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Are you saying you hate Halloween Town? Is that what we're saying?
Work.
Wait, what's happening?
Do you not like Halloween Town?
So I only watched it for the. Wait, am I recording on a podcast?
We can hear you.
You are currently on a podcast. This is what we're doing. I haven't been just messing around behind a computer this entire time.
No, I just watched it for the first time. I don't know, some weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, big Hocus Pocus fan, right? Like, big.
No,
big, like,
stop. That.
Wait a minute.
Said enough.
Hold on.
You've said enough.
What?
Okay, y'all are fighting.
Oh my God.
This is neat.
I think we're going to have to do a whole special episode just to capture this conversation.
Landon don't just threw a match into some Tinder and is watching the world burn, and he loves it.
Hold on. Wait. So you don't like Hocus Pocus?
Nope. That's the next question for the next podcast, too.
What is happening? My foundation is crumbling. It is crumbling right now.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Oh, my God.
Do you want a sip of beer?
Yeah, I need a drink.
There she
after
goes.
this.
Okay.
Yeah. Haunted Mansion, quality movie. Anyway.
Okay, all right. Thanks, baby.
Thanks for the drop in.
I still love you.
All my life.
Stephers says she still loves you.
Well, I love her too. That hasn't changed.
You can't use that language on this podcast, Lindsay. Wait, no, they can actually hear you, so they know I'm lying. So, all right, and we're back.
Hey,
what's going on?
We got one more response in the Facebook group, so I'm going to bring that up. That was from our friend Michael, and he said, Fast Pass, Haunted Mansion, Eddie Murphy, Standby, Muppets Haunted Mansion, and Snack Break Haunted Mansion 23. He said, forgot my rankings. Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion comes in number 1. He could have correlates very well with the Haunted Mansion game that was released for PS2 when the movie came out. It was such a fun game to play. Muppets were ranked standby because they're the Muppets. No need to say anymore. And Snack Break Haunted Mansion 23. I enjoyed the movie. However, the plot line was a little slow or thin or stretched too thin. I don't know. Anyway, that was me editorializing, but yeah.
Speaking of the PS2 game for the Haunted Mansion, I listened to a lot of podcasts, and there's been a lot of talk for that PS2 game this year, particularly. If you're a fan of video games, go listen to Video Game Apocalypse, a part of the Laser Time Podcast Network. They have a whole top 5 list of where video games where the Haunted Mansion appears in video games.
Wow.
And they reference the PS2 game of the Haunted Mansion. So I think it's interesting that Michael, singular, not plural, references the PS2 version of that. I think that's really cool. Awesome answer, Michael. Michael is my favorite member of the Monorail family.
Well, hold on, because we got one more response over at Morning Monorail on Twitter. Donna, our favorite Donna, weighed in.
Donna is my favorite member of the Monorail family. You even got a fist pump from the Smoking Hot girlfriend right there.
Yeah. She said, "Hi guys, great show. Here's my pick for Haunted Mansion movies. Fast Pass, Muppet Haunted Mansion. Standby, 2023 Haunted Mansion. And Snack Break, Haunted Mansion, Eddie Murphy. Have a great weekend." Donna, you get a pass. We're not fighting because you're Donna and we all love you, but come on, give some love to Eddie Murphy. That's all I'm saying.
Jay, stop it.
I'm not.
Don't be Landon trying to burn the world down.
I'll never stop.
I mean, like,
I'll never stop, never stopping.
Be better than that. Who wants to be Landon? That's gross. That's terrible. Nobody wants to do that.
Well, so I just want to say thank you to everybody who responded, Facebook, Twitter. You know, as the responses grow, we may get to the point where we can't read everyone's responses, but we'll try to be fair and mix it up and make sure we get representation.
But there was something I wanted to say when I was like reading one of the answers, and I wanted to circle back to it. It's like, I think we all discovered that all 3 of the Haunted Mansion movies / specials that are on Disney Plus now, they all have their positives and they're all flawed. But at the same time, like what you like, because at the end of the day, these are highlighting one of the best attractions in all of Walt Disney World history. Mm-hmm. Walt Disneyland history too. And I mean, whether you want fun and whimsical, you got the Muppets. If you want slapsticky, you got the Eddie Murphy version. If you want, very heavy homages and, hey, look, that's the thing from the ride, you have the 2023 version of the Haunted Mansion. Yeah. You have, whatever version of the Haunted Mansion you want. And I think that's really cool. So, I mean, whatever cup of tea it is that you want to drink this Halloween season, when it comes to the Haunted Mansion, you have that flavor. So celebrate it and drink it proudly.
Drink it. And
thank y'all for answering this week's Fast Pass Standby Snack Break.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you all for your responses. Thanks for being part of the Monday Morning Monorail fam group on Facebook, or following at Morning Monorail on Instagram and Twitter. And this week, we've got another question that we want you to interact with, because this is going to be, we're going to try to time it up this time to where we're going to give our responses to this, and then we want to hear your responses. So here it is. Scenario time. We're playing a little game. You got a half day at Magic Kingdom. Rope drop to lunch, specifically the morning time. Rope drop to lunch. And let's say it's going to be about 4 hours. What's your plan of attack? What are you riding? What are you eating? What's the strategy? I want to know from you how you maximize those 4 hours. And I'm really excited to hear the variety of responses that we could get back on this one. I actually threw this out to Landon and Stephers before we talked about it on the show. And don't reveal any of your responses, because we'll do it next week, but has it been sort of difficult thinking through how you'd spend those 4 hours in Magic Kingdom?
1,000%, because I'm thinking, okay, I go here, but that means I can't go here, here, and here. But if I try and do this and this, that means I can't do that and that.
Yep.
Like this is like a formula, but it's a fun formula. But I do know where I'm going to be closing my day in the Magic Kingdom. I know that for a fact.
All right.
For a fact.
I'm excited.
That's one thing I don't know, actually. I know 2 things. My first ride and one thing I'm eating. And that's all that my brain has computed so far.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad you have extra time to do your homework then. And we can. I
was going to wing it. Listen, I can do stuff on the fly. My brain knows cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Stephers are saying lot of wordy stuff. We didn't do the assignment.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll get it in next week, and it gives everybody time to sort of think about it and then weigh in, whether that be on the Facebook group or on the Twitter or Instagram, wherever you want to get at us. And don't forget, if you really want to get in the conversation, we do have a Discord as well. So if that's something you want to be a part of, you can visit Morning Monorail. Actually, I think I've got MondayMorningMonorail.com and MorningMonorail.com. You can go to either one of them. There's a tab where you can contact us and just let me know that you'd like an invite to the Discord group, and we can get you in there. You can really chat with us as the week goes on. But I just want to say this has been a absolute joy chatting with you, Landon, and you, Steffers. Welcome back to the Monorail. So glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry if my opinions were controversial, but here we are.
That's why we love you,
would expect
Steffers.
Nothing less from you, Steffers.
I'm so happy you said that.
You're bringing Steffers, and we love it.
Yeah, that's all we ask. Bring Steffers, and that's all we need.
And everybody else, bring snacks next time because Landon's hungry.
That's right. Landon, if people want to send you snacks, let's say virtually on the internet, where could they do that?
You can do it at my Venmo account. That's Landon. Landoz. Please go follow me, Landon Doan. I'm the best. Landon Doan, not the rest. That's where you can follow me 280 characters at a time on Twitter. I also run a website, buttmunchchips.com. Buttmunchchips.
Sit on your butt and munch.
But you weren't going to let Steffers get in there?
Absolutely not, because I don't know why we keep butt munch shipping. Chip.
She has a point. Why do I keep doing that?
Because it's part of your gimmick.
That is true, and I am. I'm a man about the gimmick. Anyway, I also appear on the Phil Show, News Talk 98.7 WOKI radio station locally here in Knoxville, Tennessee, streaming 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at newstalk987.com. That's newstalk987.com. Also available in the iHeartRadio app and the News Talk 987 app as well. And I'm also appearing on the Bob Yarborough Show from 10 to noon. So if you don't want to get up in the middle of the night and listen to morning drive radio, you also can hear me banter with Bob Yarborough from 10 to noon at the exact same place, newstalk987.com, News Talk 987 app, and the iHeartRadio app as well.
Fantastic. Go do it. Landon passed out. Steffers.
Hi.
Do you want people to follow you on the internet? And if so, where should they do it?
You can follow me on the internet on Instagram and TikTok, Adventures with Steffers. I kind of use Twitter. It's Steffers, with the double S in the middle, because it's
Steffers.
I don't know. Maybe we'll bring back Adventures with Steffers. Just maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, do it. Avengers with Steffers.
You really just like calling me an Avenger. It's fine.
I mean, you're my favorite Avenger.
Well,
thank you, Landon.
And I do want to say we've sort of reassembled the Avengers today, right here on the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. This is the trio of bad boys, but I hate to tell you this. I think probably Steffers, you and I are going to have to share. We'll both be Mike, and Landon can be Marcus.
That's fine.
If that's okay with you.
As long as I'm Marcus.
But that's going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for listening. Please come back next week and tell your friends. We got plenty of room here on the Monorail for all of the theme park fans that you might want to let know about this show. But until we talk next week, thank a cast member, thank a team member, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Sleep.
Oh, I started the recording just in time to catch that burp.
I can't believe you started recording right when the smoking hot girlfriend openly burped into the microphone. That was disgusting. And definitely not me, Landon the Dawes Doan.
We got a secret sound today, folks. All right.
Hot damn, the secret sounds are making a comeback.